No man is free who is not master of himself. Don't explain your philosophy, embody it. Happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one principle. Some things are within our control, and some things are not. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. Circumstances don't make the man, they only reveal him to himself. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence scores forth your best. People are not disturbed by things, but by the views they take of them. Control thy passions, lest they take vengeful hold of thee. He who laughs at himself never runs out of things to laugh at. Remember, it is not enough to be hit or insulted. To be harmed, you must believe that you are being harmed. If someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation. It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. The world turns aside to let any man pass who knows where he is going. Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens. Seek not the good in external things, seek it in yourselves. You become what you give your attention to. If anyone tells you that a certain person speaks ill of you, do not make excuses about what is said of you, but answer, "He was ignorant of my other faults, else he would not have mentioned these alone." Don't just say you have read books. Show that through them you have learned to think better, to be a more discriminating and reflective person. Books are the training weights of the mind. They are very helpful, but it would be a bad mistake to suppose that one has made progress simply by having internalized their contents. There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will. First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. If you are careless and lazy now, and keep putting things off, and always deferring the day after which you will attend to yourself, you will not notice that you are making no progress, and you will live and die as someone quite ordinary. Whenever you encounter anything that is difficult or pleasurable, or highly or lowly regarded, remember that the contest is now. You are at the Olympic Games. You cannot wait any longer, and that your progress is wrecked or preserved by a single day and a single event. That is how Socrates fulfilled himself, by attending to nothing except reason in everything he encountered. And you, although you are not yet a Socrates, should live as someone who at least wants to be a Socrates. Any person capable of angering you becomes your master. He can anger you only when you permit yourself to be disturbed by him. Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. Man is not worried by real problems, so much as by his imagined anxieties about real problems. Other people's views and troubles can be contagious. Don't sabotage yourself by unwittingly adopting negative, unproductive attitudes through your associations with others. Only the educated are free. It is essential that we not respond impulsively to impressions. Take a moment before reacting, and you will find it easier to maintain control. First, learn the meaning of what you say, and then speak. You are a little soul carrying around a corpse. I laugh at those who think they can damage me. They do not know who I am. They do not know what I think. They cannot even touch the things which are really mine and with which I live. Nature hath given men one tongue, but 2 ears, that we may hear from others twice as much as we speak. Attach yourself to what is spiritually superior, regardless of what other people think or do. Hold to your true aspirations no matter what is going on around you. The greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. Skillful pilots gain their reputation from storms and tempests. Most of what passes for legitimate entertainment is inferior or foolish and only caters to or exploits people's weaknesses. Avoid being one of the mob who indulges in such pastimes. Your life is too short and you have important things to do. Be discriminating about what images and ideas you permit into your mind. If you yourself don't choose what thoughts and images you expose yourself to, someone else will, and their motives may not be the highest. It is the easiest thing in the world to slide imperceptibly into vulgarity. But there's no need for that to happen if you determine not to waste your time and attention on mindless pap. Don't seek to have events happen as you wish, but wish them to happen as they do happen, and all will be well with you. Caretake this moment. Immerse yourself in its particulars. Respond to this person, this challenge, this deed. Quit evasions. Stop giving yourself needless trouble. It is time to really live, to fully inhabit the situation you happen to be in now. Do not try to seem wise to others. A man should so live that his happiness shall depend as little as possible on external things. Small-minded people blame others. Average people blame themselves. The wise see all blame as foolishness. If evil be said of thee, and if it be true, correct thyself. If it be a lie, laugh at it. A ship should not ride on a single anchor, nor life on a single hope. What really frightens and dismays us is not external events themselves, but the way in which we think about them. It is not things that disturb us, but our interpretation of their significance. Never depend on the admiration of others. There is no strength in it. Personal merit cannot be derived from an external source. I must die. Must I then die lamenting? I must be put in chains. Must I then also lament? I must go into exile. Does any man then hinder me from going with smiles and cheerfulness and contentment? If you would be a reader, read. If a writer, write. Remember that you ought to behave in life as you would at a banquet. As something is being passed around, it comes to you. Stretch out your hand, take a portion of it politely. It passes on. Do not detain it, or it has not come to you yet. Do not project your desire to meet it, but wait until it comes in front of you. So act toward children, so toward a wife, so toward office, so toward wealth. Difficulty shows what men are. Therefore, when a difficulty falls upon you, remember that God, like a trainer of wrestlers, has matched you with a rough young man. Why? So that you may become an Olympic conqueror. But it is not accomplished without sweat. Know you not that a good man does nothing for appearance's sake, but for the sake of having done right? Tentative efforts lead to tentative outcomes. Therefore, give yourself fully to your endeavors. Decide to construct your character through excellent actions, and determine to pay the price of a worthy goal. The trials you encounter will introduce you to your strengths. Remain steadfast, and one day you will build something that endures, something worthy of your potential. It is better to die of hunger, having lived without grief and fear, than to live with a troubled spirit amid abundance. These reasonings are unconnected. I am richer than you, therefore I am better. I am more eloquent than you, therefore I am better. The connection is rather this: I am richer than you, therefore my property is greater than yours. I am more eloquent than you, therefore my style is better than yours. But you, after all, are neither property nor style. Either God wants to abolish evil and cannot, or he can, but does not want to. Even as the sun doth not wait for prayers and incantations to rise, but shines forth and is welcomed by all, so thou also wait, not for clapping of hands and shouts, and praise to do thy duty. Nay, do good of thine own accord, and thou wilt be loved like the sun. No great thing is created suddenly, any more than a bunch of grapes or a fig. If you tell me that you desire a fig, I answer that there must be time. Let it first blossom, then bear fruit, then ripen. It is unrealistic to expect people to see you as you see yourself. If someone tried to take control of your body and make you a slave, you would fight for freedom. Yet how easily you hand over your mind to anyone who insults you. When you dwell on their words and let them dominate your thoughts, you make them your master. Give me by all means the shorter and nobler life, instead of one that is longer, but of less account. Who are those people by whom you wish to be admired? Are they not these whom you are in the habit of saying that they are mad? What then? Do you wish to be admired by the mad? What would have become of Hercules, do you think, if there had been no lion, hydra, stag, or boar, and no savage criminals to rid the world of? What would he have done in the absence of such challenges? Obviously, he would have just rolled over in bed and gone back to sleep. So by snoring his life away in luxury and comfort, he never would have developed into the mighty Hercules. There is but one way to tranquility of mind and happiness, and that is to account no external things thine own, but to commit all to God. Who then is invincible? The one who cannot be upset by anything outside their reasoned choice. The longer you wait, the more you'll be vulnerable to mediocrity and feel filled with shame and regret, because you know you are capable of better. From this instant on, vow to stop disappointing yourself. Separate yourself from the mob. Decide to be extraordinary and do what you need to do now.